Hello and welcome to today's session, which is a Commonhold update for property professionals. So, as you'll see on this next slide, these are the three things we're going to look at in this 20-minute session today. Crash course on the Commonhold basics, examples, and then the reforms. And primarily you are here today for the reforms, so that is where I will spend most of my time. So, moving swiftly on to the basics. In terms of tenure type, as you will see on this next slide, Commonhold is an extremely tiny percentage of the property market, with less than 20 buildings and 300 Commonhold dwellings in play. Now, in terms of the difference between leasehold and freehold, as you'll see on this next slide, leasehold is a very familiar concept for property professionals. So the landlord owns the bricks and the mortar. It's very much hierarchical because that lease sits under the freehold title and is nothing more than a right to occupy. So you don't own the bricks and the mortar of your flat. You've just got a very, very, very long tenancy agreement. The common parts are managed by the landlord or management company. And of course, you can have leases over a plethora of different types of property, such as commercial, retirement, head lease, short leases, etc. Now, critically with leasehold, if it's an RMC, so a resident management company, you don't necessarily need 100% participation, depending on how the residents have got involved. So, for example, if you buy the freehold or do a statutory right to manage, it's extremely rare to get 100% participation. Usually only 70 or 80% of the leaseholders will participate, and then the other 20 or 30% will not be members of the RMC, so they'll still have an arm's length landlord or manager. And hierarchically, legally, you have your freehold title and your leasehold title. With Commonhold, as you'll see on this next slide, it is completely different. So the freehold affects the whole building, so you don't have that hierarchy where one person owns the freehold and you get a long lease of individual parts. You have a carved up freehold building. So you have the common part, ownership is by the Commonhold Association. So the Commonhold Association is a company made up of all the Commonholders, so 100% participation under the current law. And they own the freehold of the common parts. And that title deed effectively says, look, we only own the common parts and you don't own any of the flats or the units. Each common holder then owns the freehold of their unit. So within one building, if you've got a block of 5, there will be 6 freehold titles. You'll have 5 freehold titles for each unit and then 1 freehold title for the common part. So it's all carved up. Effectively, it's a bit like a flying freehold. You have one legal document for the whole building. So you don't have multiple different documents for each unit. There's just the one legal document. And you have to, as I say, have 100% participation. So it's pure freehold.